Hello, football fanatics. There's a special announcement. Our Sports Fiesta will now be dedicated to something else, and as such, it has been officially renamed as Niger League Focus. The show ceases to be the now Sports Fiesta is now Niger League Focus. And Niger League Focus, is a show where we make actions in the Nigeria Professional Football League talking points, and I wish to specially and formally welcome you to the first edition or maiden edition of Niger League Focus. And in the Niger League Focus, we talk about the heart of Nigerian club of football with match day 5 roundup of the 2025/2026 season, and then it was a weekend of high drama goals and a serious shake up in the top half of the table. So this broadcast is on Flames radio website. You can directly listen to the show on www.sportflames.com. You can as well listen to the show on radio.sportflames.com. Okay, let's begin with the headlines. Enyimba holds strong at the table. The people's elephant remain unbeaten, but were seriously tested at home. The goal first in Mina, Niger Tornadoes delivered the highest scoring game of the round. And Shooting Stars get up. They have finally, got up the mark. And Continental engagement bites. 4 major features were postponed this weekend. Okay, let's dive, straight into it. Let's begin. All right, with the roundup, the match reports. The biggest talking point was certainly the dramatic 3-2 victory for Enyimba International over Bende Insurance in Aba. The 9-time champions had to dig deep, but their resilience shone through, allowing them to cling onto their unbeaten run and maintain the top spots with 11 points. All right, so I must remind you that you are listening to Niger League Focus, and today marks the maiden edition or the first edition of the show on Sports French Radio with your radio boyfriends TV. And as I mentioned earlier, our talking points or focus today, or in the headline, we have Enyimba, which has held strong at the top table, and we also have the goal first in Mina Niger. Tornadoes, deliver the highest scoring game of the round, and Shooting Stars, are now off the mark, and we also will be talking about Continental engagement or bites. Okay, let's continue with the match reports. Okay, Enyimba, as I said earlier on, they had a 3-2 victory, and they defeated their opponents, which was Bene Insurance in Aba. And Enyimba has been the 9th, has won the Nigerian Professional Football League, for the 9th time. So they are the 9th-time champions, having, dug deep, and their resilience, shown through, allowing them to cling onto their beating rat and maintain the top spots with 11 points. They have been unbeaten since the commencement of the Nigerian Professional Football League. That is not a smart or easy feat. Is a remarkable, and of course a spectacular, record. And we also saw a flurry of goals in Mina as Niger Tornadoes put on an attacking the masterclass to beat a previously solid Ikorodu City 4-2, Yeah, they beat Ikorodu City, 4-2. That explosive win pushes the Tornadoes into the top three, sitting pretty on 9 points. Okay, so Tornado is now, sitting, top three with 9 points. Congratulations, so kudos to Niger Tornadoes for putting or making that and attacking the masterclass by beating the previously solid Ikorodu City, 4-2. And they are still talking about Nigerian the Professional Football League. One of the surprise results of the run came in Yenegua, where Nasarawa United put off a fantastic 2-1 away win against Bayelsa United. This result is a serious worry for Bayelsa, who have now lost 2 of their last 3 home games. Nasarawa, however, jumped into the second place on the log. Congratulations to Nasarawa United for making it into the second place on the log. There's something, Bayelsa United, they really have to work on themselves, because this loss mark their 3 losses. 3 losses, mark that 3 losses. So they really have to put on, clinic in their performances, to ensure that they win the remaining matches, or they do not incur more losses, so lose more gains. Meanwhile, the pressure is significantly on the management in Ibadan, as the Shooting Star, finally recorded their first victory of the season. Age pass newcomers Califat FC with a hard 4-1 win. That crucial 3 points leaves them out of the relegation zone. I can't, imagine how excited or how happy the Shooting Stars must have been, the joy must have been inexplicable for them, to have recorded their first win since the commencement of the Nigeria Professional Football League. And that victory came from the encounter with the newcomers, Con Califat FC. Actually, Con Califat FC, they're having a tough time, difficult moment in the Nigeria Professional Football League. They'll be finding it difficult, very, very difficult to withstand the tsunami, the hurricane from the experienced clubs. But okay, let's see what this will look like in the coming days. Will they be able to win the remaining matches, or they will continue to record losses? You never can tell. Anything is possible in the Nigerian Professional Football League. Katsina United secure a narrow 1 win over Wiki Tourists, a result that sees them break into the top 4. Actually, it was a narrow win for them, not that they subjugated or dismantled Wiki Tourists convincingly. It was we cannot say there's luck in the game of football, or saying, okay, they were lucky or fortunate would be like, okay, I am underestimating the Katsina United. But actually, it was a narrow win for them. And that win helped them to break into the top 4. So they are now among the top 4. And Academy Warriors, grinding out a valuable 1-0 home win against Warri Wolves. Academy Warriors, defeated Warri Wolves 1 goal to nil. Now, other clubs, could not, play games or their matches because of the continental effect or the continental duty. A significant portion of the match day was postponed due to Nigeria's representative being on continental duty. Games involving Rivers United, Remo Stars, Kwara United, and Abia Warriors will be rescheduled. A quick check on their Confederation African football outing show mixed fortunes, with only Remo Stars looking firmly in control of their tie after a 4-0 thrashing of US Zili Zurich Majum. Okay, so the Nigeria Professional Football League, is standing top 4. Enyimba is now in the first position with 11 points. Enyimba has broken into the first position in the Nigeria Professional Football League with 11 points. Nasarawa United is in the second position with 10 points, and Niger Tornadoes is in the third position with 9 points, and Katsina United is in the fourth position in the 9 points. Okay, details of that, details of the Nigeria Professional Football League standing in a moment. I am going to give you a full blown of the Nigeria Professional Football League standings after I might have talked you or run you through the upcoming futures for the round 6. Okay, very briefly and quickly, before I give you the upcoming fixtures for the game or round 6, we're going to have a brief musical break. We'll take a brief musical break, and when I return, I will give you the fixtures for the round 6. Don't go anywhere. The show remains Nigerically focused, and you are listening to the show with your radio boyfriend, Stevie, who is the host, who is the anchor. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back after this brief musical break. For the upcoming futures for round 6, on September 27 by 4 p.m. Benin Insurance will host Bayelsa United. I know this game might be very tough for Benin Insurance, given the fact that Bayelsa United, lost their 3, recent matches. So I know they wouldn't want to incur another loss. They will want to win their next match. So Benin Insurance will have to really prepare tactically, technically. If not, they might be dismantled by Bayelsa United, because I don't think this club will afford to win the fourth, to win or to record another loss. And that game will be played on September 27 by 4 p.m. And in case you want to watch the match, you can go to YouTube. All these clubs or teams, they have their YouTube, channel. You can just share them and watch the game live. Since September 27, 4 p.m. Plateau United will also entertain Academy Warriors. See, this is going to be the very strong match. It will be, it's a clash with an encounter you wouldn't want to miss. So, you want to watch the match? Check out the YouTube channel of the game. Okay, and then we have on September 28th at 4 p.m. Con Khalifa will host Barrow FC. Con Khalifa will host Barrow FC. So all these two clubs are newcomers. Con Khalifa is a newcomer. Barrow FC is also a newcomer, and they will be facing off each other on September 28th at 4 p.m. So who will win? Will Con Khalifa win, or Barrow FC will win? You never can tell. Let's keep our finger closed, and you are keen or very or particularly interested in what the outcome of that match will look like. I advise you to keep the date, to save the date, September 28, 4 p.m. Nigeria local time. And Nasarawa United will host Katsina United. Okay, I can see the children of United, clashing here. Is the clash of what? The United children. So Nasarawa United will host Katsina United on September 28, 4 p.m. In case you want to watch the match, check out their YouTube channel and see who will surrender, who will yield, who will throw in the in the tower, who will yield to each other. Okay, and the Warrior Wolves we host a Shooting Star. Shooting Stars, congratulations to Shooting Stars that were able to record their first victory to win their first game, and the Warrior Wolves lost. So let's see what the outcome will look like. Will Warrior Wolves lose another match, or we say no to Shooting Stars? You never can tell. Let's keep our finger crossed. And the Wicked Tories, we entertain the Rangers International. That match will be played on September 28th by 5:30 Nigerian local time. And Ikorodu City will host Enyimba. Enyimba is at the top of the league, is topping the league with 11 points. Ikorodu City lost their last game, so Enyimba should not underestimate Ikorodu City. They should prepare, because we will see Ikorodu City exuding, energy, enthusiasm, and will do all the necessary preparation to ensure that they don't lose at this match. So Enyimba should not underestimate, should prepare for Ikorodu City. They should not be complacent that they are in the first position, that topping the league with 11 points. They should not rely, otherwise Ikorodu City will surprise something. Okay, Rivers United will host Niger Tornadoes. That match will be played on October 1st. October 1st, that's Independence Day. The game will be played at 4 p.m. Nigerian local time. Local time. Okay, okay. And Abia Warriors will host we entertain Remo Stars. Remo Stars is the defending champion, and Remo Stars, were defeated by Plateau United, and I know they must have, it must have been an embarrassing, outcome for them, and they will want to use maybe that to punish Abia Warriors, and that match will be played at October 2nd, 4 p.m. Nigeria local time. Okay, let's consider the standing of the Nigeria Professional Football League in detail. Already, I've given you a glance. I've given you a snapshot of the Nigerian, Professional Football League standings. Okay, let me give you a full blown of data now. Okay, Enyimba is in the first position with 11 points, and Nassau United is in the second position with 10 points, and the Niger Tornadoes in the third position with 9 points. Katsina United in the fourth position with 9 points. Rivers United in the fifth position with 8 points. And the Ekenemi Warriors is in the sixth position with 8 points. And then Warrior Wolves is in the seventh position with 7 points. Remo Star, the defending champion, is in the eighth position with 7 points. Wicked Tories is in the ninth position with 7 points. Ikorodu City in the 10th position with 6 points. Abia Warriors in the 11th position with 6 points. Bayelsa United in the 12th position with 6 points. Kora United in the 13th position with 5 points. And Shooting Stars in the 14th position with 5 points. Benin Insurance in the 15th position with 5 points. Kano Pillars in the 16th position with 4 points. Rangers International in the 7th point is in the relegation zone with 4 points. Con Califa is also in the relegation zone with is in the 18th position with 4 points. Plateau United also in the relegation zone in the 19th position with 10 points. Barrow FC in the 20th position also in the relegation zone with 2 points. Okay, the season is proving to be as competitive and unpredictable as ever, with emerging teams challenging the established order just 5 matches in. Okay, now we take another brief musical break, and when I return, we'll consider other stories making round in the world of football. All right, don't go anywhere. I will be right back after this brief music. nice to know that you're tuning into Niger League Focus on Sports Flames with your radio boyfriend's TV. This show is being broadcast on Sports Flames radio website, www.sportflames.com and radio.sportflames.com. Okay, let's talk about stories and other stories, making rounds in the world of sports. Okay, blood for Super Eagles World Cup hopes as key midfielder suffers injury ahead of international break. Nigeria's slim hopes of reaching the 2026 FIFA World Cup have taken another blow with an injury to a key midfielder. Nigeria's preparation for October's World Cup qualifier have been dead, a huge setback after Rafael Onyedika leaped off with a hamstring injury during club's Blocks League match against Westerlo. And then from Abia to Bosnia, Super Eagles star Anthony Ijoma sees a move to FK Ranik Bejejina. The Cham Eagles striker Anthony Ijoma has completed the move to Bosnia and Herzegovina's Premier League side, FK Rednik Bejinjina, signing a 3-year contract with the club. The former Abia the former Abia Warriors forward was unveiled on Sunday to a warm reception from club's officials and supporters. Ijoma enjoyed an impressive season with the Nigerian club, scoring the 12 goals and providing the 4th assist during the 2024/2025 Nigeria Professional Football League campaign. And Super Eagles of Nigerian striker Tolu Arokodere has insists he made the right decision by joining English sides of Wolves. Nigeria international Tolu Arokodere has opened up on his move to Wolverhampton Wanderers, revealing that he never hesitated to join the Premier League club to fulfill the long-haired dream. The 24-year-old forward completed his transfer for Belgian Pro League outfit KRFC Junk on deadline day, a move that followed interest from several other top clubs across Europe. Despite the tough debut, Arokodere is convinced he made the right decision, making his first appearance for Wolves in their 1-0 defeat to Newcastle United at St. James Park. On Saturday, the Nigerian striker was given a Premier League baptism. He started the match but was substituted after 66 minutes and struggled to make a significant impact against the Magpies. Okay, that's our full rundown of match day 5 of the Nigeria Professional Football League and other stories making round in the world of sports. Okay, now join us for another exciting edition for the upcoming weekend's action, including the big clash between. Okay, I remain your host, Stevie. That's what I have for you on today's edition of Niger League Focus, being a maiden edition or show. Okay, from me to you, bye. See you next week.